big role in picking the Democratic candidate this time around.
And although Washington is really a big prize, we aren't the only ones voting tomorrow. Washington, as you can see here, it is one of 6 states. We are actually the second biggest prize. Michigan right here is the biggest prize of the night tomorrow with 125 delegates up for grabs. Here's what's at stake here in Washington, though. As you can see, 89 delegates for the Democrats up for grabs. And here's why it's so important. This is where we stand right now. You can see Joe Biden leads by 91 delegates. He has 664 to Bernie Sanders' 573. It takes 1,991 to secure the Democratic nomination. So if Bernie Sanders is going to get back into this race, he really needs a big night tomorrow, and that includes Washington. And voters here are ready to weigh in.
Why? Because we got to pick the best leader for this country.
At King County Election Headquarters in Renton, there was a line at the drop-off box. Drop-off boxes will be open until 8 p.m. tomorrow night. You can also mail in your ballot as long as it's postmarked by tomorrow's date.
Do you want to know who I voted for?
Sure.
Bernie Sanders.
So you declare Democrat?
Of course.
I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. Yeah, I believe he's, hitting all the points that we need. I feel like he's the best candidate.
We don't usually disclose who we voted for.
Yeah, I like to, make people wonder.
Yeah, keep them guessing. Election workers always wear gloves when handling ballot envelopes, but they are taking extra precautions with the outbreak of the coronavirus. Workers at King County Elections facilities taking extra safety steps, including more cleaning of the areas where ballots are handled and sorted. Last week, the Washington Secretary of State asked voters not to lick their ballot envelopes, knowing the virus can live for days on surfaces. The King County Director of Elections says that's not her top priority right now.
We're not really worried about voters licking their ballot. We're more concerned about voters getting their ballot returned on time. So I think voters should just, regardless of how they want to seal that envelope, if that's by a wet sponge or by licking it, that's up to them.
As election workers get ready to count your votes, the race for the Democratic nomination is down to 2 men, and they know what's at stake with tomorrow's primaries.
Tell your friends that you're tired of them complaining about high tuition and student debt and lack of health care and low wages and unaffordable housing. Tell them to stop complaining and to stand up and fight back.
We're in a position that not only can we defeat Donald Trump, but we'll have an opportunity if we think big enough and bold enough to build a future this nation needs and deserves.
Sanders came to Tacoma for a campaign rally last month. Biden came last summer to raise money. He did just pick up, though, 2 more big endorsements from 2 former presidential candidates. One from California Senator Kamala Harris over the weekend. And today, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker posted this endorsement for Biden, saying there is more that unites us than divides us. On primary day tomorrow, we have you covered, including insight from Q13 News political analyst C.R. Douglas. We kick off our primary coverage tomorrow night, complete with results and analysis. We're going to get things started at 4 o'clock right here tomorrow.